Dawn breaks over the West Philippine Sea. A small, single-engine boat cuts through the waves. Its cargo, hope.
We're almost there. ETA is 10 minutes out. We need to get the supplies to our men.
Good luck, sailor, and stay safe. We'll be close by shadowing you all the way.
Roger that. This is Cargo 1. We're eyeing hotels at our 12. Please advise. Defensive maneuvers recommended.
Copy, Cargo 1. We have visual. Emergency evasive. Engaging hostiles.
The Chinese vessel deploys water cannons to try and stop the small boat. But with the presence of the Philippine Coast Guard and some skilled maneuvering, they were able to avoid further hostilities. The small ship reaches its destination. As the sun rises, a silhouette of the grounded ship, the BRP Sierra Madre, comes into light. The rusted sides of the ship and the broken dented panels stand proudly on Ayungin Shoal. The small vessel, heavily laden with precious supplies, docks with the old ship.
Good morning, sir.
Well done, boys. We needed that. I'm almost out of coffee.
The successful mission lifted up the spirits of those on board the Sierra Madre. On deck were sounds of laughter, but mostly relief. The weary, sick, and injured are relieved by fresh Marines, ready to serve their time at sea. The personnel stationed on the ship will spend 3 months there before the next rotation. Deliberately run aground onto the shoals of one of the reefs in the West Philippine Sea, the badly damaged and half-sunk ship serves as our marine base of operations in the disputed area. This ship will be home to these brave souls for 3 months until the next rotation. They do this to defend our right and our sovereignty. Silent sentinels watching over our sovereign seas. The West Philippine Sea is located in the South China Sea and is within the Philippines Exclusive Economic Zone, or EEZ. It is an area of contention between the Philippines, China, Taiwan, Vietnam, and Malaysia. The issue is that China claims the entire South China Sea, while the other countries claim only parts of it. The Philippines has filed a case with a permanent court of arbitration to challenge China's claims. In the dark, moonless night, in the waters of the West Philippine Sea, the recommissioned amphibious landing ship LT-57, the BRP Sierra Madre, is on a one-way mission.
Attention! This is your captain's briefing. All of you know this mission and each and everyone has volunteered to be on this ship. We are to head out to Ayungin Shoal and seize valuable ground. Our mission is to keep the area guarded as part of the Philippines territory. Men, we will not fail.
Captain! We're almost there!
This is it. Brace for impact.
The ship is violently thrown against the rocks. Men clung desperately to anything they could, their faces etched with determination, holding on to their weapons with the tenacity of true Marines. The ship shuddered, metal crashing against rock in a deafening symphony of destruction as the vessel finally came to a jarring halt. As day breaks, the BRP Sierra Madre stood tall, her defiant wreck a beacon of courage in the face of their uncertain fate. In 2016, the Philippines prevailed in an arbitration tribunal regarding its claims in the South China Sea. However, China continued to dispatch vessels and other ships into the disputed waters, leading to close encounters and occasional collisions with Philippine vessels. The Ayungin Shoal standoff, a shadow over a legal victory. Despite a clear and decisive win in the 2016 arbitration ruling, securing its claim to the Ayungin Shoal within its EEZ, the Philippines still faces constant tension and challenges from China in the South China Sea. The Philippines declared its EEZ encompassing Ayungin Shoal in 1935, later reinforced by intentionally grounding the BRP Sierra Madre there in 1999. China, however, has contested this with its 9-dash line since 1947, claiming almost the entire sea. Tensions escalated in the 2010s with China's increased presence, leading to the landmark arbitration case. The 2016 ruling was a landmark victory for the Philippines, invalidating China's 9-dash line claim and recognizing Ayungin Shoal within its EEZ. However, China's rejection of the ruling casts a shadow over the legal victory, setting the stage for ongoing friction. Since 2018, incidents like harassment of Philippine resupply missions have blocked access to the BRP Sierra Madre, and even lasers directed at vessels have highlighted the unresolved dispute. China's baseless concerns about potential Philippine plans to develop the shoal further complicate the situation. Currently, the Philippines maintains its presence with the BRP Sierra Madre, while China continues to assert its claims and challenge Philippine activities. This unresolved dispute keeps tensions high in the region, with the potential for further incidents and escalation a constant concern.
Dearest son, I write from this iron outpost, our ship turned home amidst the vast blue. It's not the lush island you picture, just metal and sea stretching to the horizon. But it's ours, just like you're mine.
Dawn paints the sky in shades of orange and gold, turning the sea into a shimmering expanse. The rusted hull of the BRP Sierra Madre emerges from the shadows, a solitary sentinel amidst the vastness. Inside the makeshift shelter, sunlight streams through a weathered porthole, catching the face of the lone marine hunched over the table. A Chinese corvette, sleek and menacing, cruises the edge of the horizon. Its crimson flag ripples in the light breeze, a stark contrast to the blue of the sky. The ship's silhouette looms large, casting a long shadow across the water that stretches towards the Sierra Madre, a silent reminder of the constant pressure that they face. His face hardens, a steely resolve replacing the flicker of worry. He grips the pen tighter, knuckles white against the worn wood.
I wear this uniform with honor, a shield against those who covet what is ours. The sacrifice is heavy, the loneliness is a constant ache. But for you, my son, it is worth every storm.
He resumes writing, the pen scratching against the paper like a ship battling waves. He describes the unforgiving sun, the nights pierced by howling winds, and the looming storms that test their mettle.
Life here is a battle. Each day a skirmish against the elements. We ration supplies and fresh water and pray the rust doesn't claim our ship before the tide of change arrives.
The Marine remembers his journey there. A sudden rumble pierces the air. Not the ocean's song, but the deep thrum of engines. The Marine's eyes turn towards the horizon, where a memory explodes into being. A storm-tossed resupply boat lurches through the choppy waters. Cannons blast the rusty hull. Shouts and curses tear through the air.
Hold your fire, son. Let them have their show.
The memory fades, leaving behind a cold sweat, clinging to the Marine's skin. He continues to write.
But we're Marines, my son. We're forged in fire. Tempered by the wind and the waves, we face the storm head on. Knowing each battle, each challenge brings us closer to the day we reclaim what is rightfully ours.
His pen dances across the page, weaving stories of your life back home. He asks about your school plays, your new friends, the warmth of your mother's embrace. Every detail a lifeline connecting him to the world he left behind.
How are your basketball lessons going? Did you score that winning shot I taught you? Tell your mama I miss her laugh. The smell of her cooking that fills the air.
Like sunshine, every memory is a fire against the cold.
I miss you, my brave boy, but I know you carry your dreams like a compass, guiding you through life's storms. Never forget, you're my strength, my anchor in this endless sea.
A single tear rolls down the Marine's cheek, landing on the paper like a whispered prayer. But then, a ghost of a smile graces his lips as he imagines your beaming face. The Marine folds the letter, his touch gentle yet firm. He tucks it into a waterproof pouch, his fingers tracing the worn letter that holds his heart's message.
This letter carries my love across the waves, a fragile hope carried by the wind. May it find you safe and sound, a reminder of the bond that even the ocean cannot sever. You are braver than any storm, my son. You're my light in the darkness, my reason to fight. Remember, a Marine's love never falters, never fades. For Junior, my bravest son.
sun beats down mercilessly on the BRP Sierra Madre, baking the rusted metal deck. Sweat beads on the marine's face, a constant reminder of the relentless heat and the unending tension. He stands sentinel at the bow, his gaze fixed on the horizon, where the ocean meets the sky in a hazy blur. Hope weighs heavy in his pocket, a fragile light against the growing darkness. Chinese ships appear on the horizon, their silhouettes cutting through the dusk. His jaw clenches tight. Just then, a resolute voice crackles through the radio. A lone helicopter, a beacon in the coming storm.
Chinese naval vessel. This is Philippine Navy Warship 150. You are within the Philippine Exclusive Economic Zone and the Kalayaan Island Group. Your current location constitutes a violation of international law and the Philippine sovereign rights.